has to abide by after House Bill 1481 was signed into law, forbidding the use of personal communication devices during the school day. The passage of House Bill 1481 has local school districts scrambling to that every public school district in Texas has to abide by after House Bill 1481 was signed into law, forbidding the use of personal communication devices during the school day. The passage of House Bill 1481 has local school districts scrambling to address their policies regarding cell phones. The new statewide law forbidding students from using personal communication devices during the school day. Many Texoma school districts have already begun addressing the new law. Burke-Burnett ISD announcing that students must leave electronic devices at home or powered off and put away if they bring them on campus. Archer City ISD adopting a policy requiring all students to store personal wireless devices in designated classrooms during the school day. And on Monday night and holiday, district leaders opened up the high school auditorium for students and parents to ask questions about what this new policy means for them.
Kids are going to have to understand that the law exists now, that we have to police the use of cell phones at school.
Holiday ISD's new cell phone policy, which still has to be approved by the school board, was presented to parents and students in attendance on Monday evening.
Our basic rule is going to be if we see it or we hear it, we take it.
According to Superintendent Cody Carroll, the first violation will result in parents having to pick their student's cell phone up after school, with subsequent violations resulting in punishments ranging from detention to in-school suspension. But Carroll says it doesn't mean that cell phones are outright banned at holiday schools.
We're not going to check backpacks. We're not going to do those sort of things, so we're not going to prohibit students from bringing them to school, just using them or having them on during the school day.
A concern among many parents since the law was passed is getting in touch with their students during an emergency. Carroll says that Holiday ISD has upgraded their phone systems to be able to make that a reality.
We've invested in voice over IP throughout the district, so every classroom has a phone. So at any point in time, if need be that you have a student that needs to get in touch with a parent, they can use the phone in the classroom, they can be sent to the front office, they can call their parent that way, and then vice versa if the parent needs to get in touch with the student.
Carroll says phone use will be allowed at extracurricular activities outside of school hours at the instructor's discretion as well as on school buses. And while there's still a few wrinkles to iron out, Carroll thinks that some good can come from this new law.
I think it's going to help our kids develop social skills better. I think that's something that's on the decline. I think it's going to promote an atmosphere where conversations can flow more freely, and students are going to be more adept at developing those life skills that they're going to need.
Now again, every public school district has to implement and enforce this policy, and as local school districts announce their plans regarding cell phones, including our biggest area school district, WFISD, we'll make sure to update you on air and online at TexomasHomepage.com.
All right, thank you so much, Josh. Well, here in the WFISD, board members approved the purchase of body cameras for WFISD police officers this upcoming school year. During today's school board meeting, Superintendent Dr. Donnie Lee says the purchase will be through a grant totaling $140,000, which will be enough to outfit every WFISD police officer. Dr. Lee says the cameras will provide an extra layer of protection for the students, faculty, and officers. Dr. Lee says they should have the body cameras operational by the beginning of the school year, but they could arrive by September at the latest.
Testimony will continue tomorrow in the trial of a Burke-Burnett man accused of a fatal shooting that happened just outside of Burke more than 2 years ago. 45-year-old Ron Burdick was indicted in November 2023 for the murder of Michael Randall on June 9th of that year. Wichita County deputies say Randall was shot in the head and was in the passenger seat of a pickup at a welding shop in the 1900 block of Shepherd Road. This week, Josh Hoggard will be in the 30th District Court for the very latest on testimony. If you'd like more on this case, be sure you follow us on air and online.
Crime Stoppers could use your help in finding the suspects who police believe stole a car from a Wichita Falls car lot. It happened June 24th at about 10 that night. Police say the suspects broke into the PDQ car lot over on Seymour Highway. During the burglary, a white 2015 Hyundai Sonata was stolen from the lot. The vehicle was returned to the lot at about 3 a.m. on the 25th. Police say there are possibly 3 suspects involved, but not much else is known about the case. If you have any information, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers at the number on your screen. You can also go to p3tips.com. and you never have to give your name and your information, and you could earn a cash reward.
Over in Iowa Park, residents are getting some relief after being under Stage 1 drought restrictions. In a meeting tonight, counselors voted to rescind the Stage 1 drought order. This comes after the area had seen quite a bit of rainfall over the last couple of months. Iowa Park Mayor Jeff Pogachnik says it was time to lift some of those restrictions.
We had Stage 1 restrictions before for quite a while. We had a lot of drought, but we've had a lot of rain, so we figured it's time to relax the restrictions somewhat. So, there's a little less restrictions on when you can water your grass and whatnot.
You can find more about any other restrictions in Texoma over on our website.
And here in Wichita Falls, city councilors will meet tomorrow as the city will ask them to sign off on purchasing 2 new buses. The meeting begins at 8:30 Tuesday morning inside the seminar room of the MPEC. The cost of the 2 buses is over $1.3 million. And according to the agenda item, federal dollars will be covering the cost. The city is seeking 2 35-foot low-floor diesel buses to add to their fleet. The used buses will have close to 700,000 miles on them once they arrive in Wichita Falls. Once ordered, they'll be delivered in about 18 to 20 months. Nearly a month ago, a public hearing was held on a proposal to raise city bus fare rates. The proposed rates are the first in 13 years, according to the city. The city will be hosting a second hearing on the proposed rates on Thursday, July 17th from 5 to 7 that evening at the Travel Center. We'll bring you the latest city happenings on air and online, so make sure to stay tuned for that.
Elsewhere in the Lone Star State, there are more than 100 people confirmed dead in Kerr County, with another 160 people still missing.
As Dylan McKim reports, more rain moved into the area, impacting the search and rescue efforts.
And we're standing in the Guadalupe Park right in front of this memorial with over 130 crosses. And you can see the rain's coming down on me. The wind is picking up. It's really having an impact on the search and rescue efforts and the disaster relief efforts. With the backdrop of rushing water, a reminder of the lives lost in Kerr County. Placed in a park that used to host birthday parties and celebrations.
Crazy how something that we used to admire, like the water, is so strong that it can destroy it.
Kristen Wilson is a Kerrville native, in town from Lubbock for the holiday. She decided to extend her stay to help clean up.
Hopefully we can help it out a little bit.
It has not been easy for cleanup crews or search teams. Rain over the weekend interfered with search operations.
We've been working on a plan to pump that water out of there. Every day that it rains we have to push it, so we'll need a few days of clear weather.
And more rain on Monday created additional delays.
It's pretty rough. It's rough devastation. The floodwaters got high quick.
Jason Williams and his wife volunteered to clean up homes in Hunt, Texas. They were right across the river from Camp La Junta when they were told to evacuate because of water rising over this bridge.
Safety first out here. We don't need any more incidents.
Wilson continues looking for places she can help, trying to bring her community back while mourning the loss of her family friend, Julian Ryan.
I think there's still a bit of shock left in it.
In Kerrville, I'm Dylan McKim.
All right, let's go ahead now and check in with Chief Meteorologist Michael Bowling over in the Weather Center. Michael, what can people expect going into the later hours of the night?
Well, it's going to be fairly quiet for us here in Texoma. You see a few clouds in the sky. We'll have a few clouds here through the overnight hours, but overall it is a very quiet night for us. Current temperature outside is 79 degrees in Wichita Falls, 84 down towards DFW, 76 up in Oklahoma City. It is a bit humid outside right now. Our dew point there sits at 71. Anytime we're around 70, it feels pretty humid out there. Not quite as humid as Houston. Houston's pretty much where they're expected to be this time of year, mid to high 70s dew points. So the heat index across the region, we feel like 82. A little bit warmer in DFW, feels like 90. Houston feeling like 88 with that higher dew point. So we have an isolated rain chance still staying around for the next couple of days, but overall temperatures are warming up and we could see triple-digit heat. We'll talk more about it coming up here in a few minutes, guys.
All right, thanks so, Michael. We'll see you then.
A little boy battling leukemia has Texoma supporting him after a blood drive that happened in Archer City today.
During the drive, every donation made went to 11-year-old Kayston Peters in his future treatments. Many donors say they were moved after hearing Kayston's story and learning how vital blood donations are during treatment for childhood cancers. For more on the impact of today's drive and Caiston's story, just go over to TexomasHomepage.com.
And on the topic of blood donations, you can still donate blood for our annual blood battle. It's all to help our Blood Institute with area blood supply. Like every year, our friendly competition puts the evening crew, that's myself, Daryl, and Aaron, against the morning crew of Jalen, Natalie, and Noah.
All you have to do is show up at the OBI Donation Center off of Lawrence Road and donate through August 17th. That's the last day to donate. So make sure you let them know when you go donate that you're voting for us, the evening crew.
The evenings.
Of course, the real winners, though, are OBI and the patients in need of the blood. But seriously, vote for the
it doesn't hurt to, win.
No. Winning is great.
I think so, too. And everyone can win, especially us, too.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yes, but they win the most.
They do.
Well, don't go anywhere. Michael is in next with his full forecast.
And we know the impacts a healthy diet can have on our bodies, but what about our mental health? We'll take a look at that a little later in the newscast.
KFDX 3 News at 10 with Carney Porter, Aaron Gonders, weather with Chief Meteorologist Michael Bowling, and sports with Tobin McDuff. Closed captioning on KFDX is sponsored by Hamilton Bryan, the low price leader. Stay up to date on what's happening where you live. Instant breaking news alerts and live video delivered directly to you. Watch anytime from anywhere. Download the Texoma to Go News app today. Presented by Arrowhead Roofing and Postal Family Credit Union.
This week, The Tonight Show's heating up. Jimmy's back and all new. That's what I'm talking about. With Russell Wilson, Rachel Brosnahan, Natasha Lyonne, Ronnie Chang, and tonight, Louis Capaldi chats and performs. New Tonight Show.
Ford buyers, listen up.
You gotta take it to the house.
The Ford House, Wichita Falls Ford Superstore. Whether it's the new F-150 or the rugged and dependable Super Duty or the hot Bronco Sport, we've got what you want at the Ford House. New pre-owned and Ford Blue Advantage. Over 300 all on sale. Take it to the house. The Ford House.
Gale Freeway at Barnett Road.
Transform your outdoor living space with exterior shades from Budget Blinds.
Enjoy comfort all year long with protection from the sun, wind, rain, and even bugs.
Financing is available, so give us a call to schedule your free consultation.
Expand your living space with outdoor shades from Budget Blinds.
Texas, the Ford Summer Sales Event is here, and we're bringing the adventure with the best deals of the season across our leadership lineup of best-selling trucks and SUVs. Hurry in today and drive the #1 vehicle brand in Texas. Now that's how you summer across Texas with Ford. Right now, get 4.9% for 72 months plus $3,250 total cash on F-150. Only at your best in Texas Ford dealer.
All-American Car Wash just made your day easier. Take a break after your wash and let our certified technicians clean your car's interior. From the floor to the ceilings, we guarantee a premium clean and shine that's unmatched. Give your car an All-American clean today.
Your home is your largest investment, and the best way to protect that investment is with the Guardian Guarantee, AAA Guardian Foundation Repair. Call us for your free assessment today. If you don't need us, we'll tell you. AAA Guardian Foundation Repair, protecting your home for a lifetime.
Weather on KFDX is brought to you by State Farm auto expert Mike Morris. State Farm, insuring 1 in every 5 cars in the U.S. Now, from KFDX 3, Texoma's Weather Authority, with Chief Meteorologist Michael Bowling.
Well, I kind of feel bad for some of the people who voted the 103 was going to hit, either today or in past days. I feel so bad.
It's like weather is constantly teasing these people with the chance to win a new mattress. It'll come eventually, but it just seems like it's never close but no cigar.
Yeah. I will say I have not forecasted 103 this
No,
you forecasted 100.
Well, they probably did it maybe in advance. They were like, about a month from now sounds good. Sounds about right, but disappointing. I know.
And those are usually the people that win because usually it's someone that put it in a month ago.
That's what I'm saying. Who would have thought?
And that's usually how it goes on these contests. You might want to get those guesses in now. We're starting to get that smaller time frame when this could eventually happen here. Hamilton Bryan has that great prize for us at that Sealy Posturepedic queen mattress. And don't forget, you want to get us down to the minute at Shepherd Air Force Base. First hits 103, and if you're the closest, you win the prize. Go to TexOma's.com, click on the contest tab, or send your guesses in to us by mail. All right, now as we take a look outside in the lawn tower cam, it is obviously pretty dark outside right now. Current temperature is 79 degrees. You got a southeast wind averaging 7 miles per hour. Today's high was 92 degrees, so 5 degrees below our average of 97, and the low this morning was 68 degrees, still 4 degrees below our average of 72. For the highs going forward, the next couple of days will still be a tad below average, but it's going to be humid outside. Those feels like temperatures closer to 97, 98, maybe 99 degrees. Then as we close out the week, we're pretty close to average. Heat index, though, feeling more like 100 plus. And that will continue as we go into the weekend. I wrote a lot of 99s here in the forecast.